Mushing was not where Stephen and Mary thought they would end up. Just a few years ago, they were living comfortably in an estate, enjoying life as a young couple. Stephen had a good job, and Mary didn't have to worry about anything. But all that changed when Stephen's company downsized. He lost his job and things went downhill from there. At first, they tried to manage, cutting down on expenses, but when their savings ran out, they had no choice but to move from their 2-bedroom flat to a mini flat in Mushin. Life was not the same. The streets were always noisy. Generators rumbled at night, and the smell of smoke and roadside food filled the air. Stephen did everything he could to find another good job. He had studied petrochemical engineering, but no company was hiring. He wrote job exams, attended interviews, and sent out countless applications, but nothing came true. The only job he could find was an ICT teacher in a secondary school, and the salary was barely enough to survive. At home, there was always tension. Mary was not happy. Stephen, when I married you, I was looking fresh. Look at me now. My skin is dry, very dry. I don't even have a good wrapper to wear outside. Do you expect me to be going out like this? She asked one evening. Stephen sighed. He had just come back from work, tired and hungry. And now this. Mary, I'm trying. You think I don't know things are bad? I apply every day. I write job tests. Nothing is working. What do you want me to do? Mary folded her arms. My friend, try harder. Other men are making it. Look at where we are living. You think people are not laughing at us? My friends, the one we used to live with in the estate, they don't even pick my calls anymore. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Stephen looked at her and shook his head. He was tired. His wife made it seem like he wasn't doing anything, but he was doing everything he could. That night, they ate garri with granite. That was all they had. Stephen wanted to say something, but he knew it would lead to another fight. He just drank his garri quietly. Stephen started staying late at work. He would mark paper slowly, move around the school, and sometimes sit alone in an empty classroom. Anything to avoid going home early. He knew that the moment he stepped into that house, Mary would start again. But even when he got home late, he didn't stop the complaint. Oh, you're just coming back now. You're coming back home late, a married man like you. Stephen, you left me in this house all day. What were you doing? Stephen rubbed his forehead. Mary, please. You know I was working. What is it? She is. Other men are hustling. You're wasting time in one useless school. Teaching ICT. Oh my God, how did I end up here? Stephen didn't argue. There was no need. He just went inside, lay on the bed and closed his eyes. This was not the life he wanted. But what could he do? One Saturday, Mary sat on the edge of her bed, pressing her phone against her ear. She was talking to her friend, Amaka. Amaka, I cannot believe it. So the party is next weekend? Yes, it's next weekend. And remember, you have to look good, Mary. I've even bought a new lace. You know people will be watching us. All those classmates of ours from school. Mary sighed. That's true. I can't wear just anything. Okay, I'll call you back. She ended the call and walked straight to Stephen, who was sitting on the floor fixing his old laptop. Stephen! I need 20,000 naira. I want to buy a new outfit for Amaka's event. Stephen didn't even look up. Mary, wear one of your old ones. You still have good clothes. Mary eased. Which old clothes? Nobody wear those things again. They are outdated. Stephen finally looked up. Which people are you talking about? Mary folded her arms. Rich and sensible people. If I show up in old clothes, people will laugh at me. Stephen sighed. Mary, I don't have money. The little I have is for rent. Mary's face changed. My friend, give me that 20,000 naira. Or I'll make sure you don't have peace in this house. Stephen was quiet for a moment. He checked his phone and saw the little money in his account. He transferred the money. Mary's face brightened. Thank you. She picked up her purse and left immediately. Stephen sat there staring at his phone. That was their rent money. 3 days later, Mr. Obinna, their landlord, came knocking. Stephen! Mary! Come outside! His voice was loud enough for the entire compound to hear. Mary rushed outside, tying a wrapper tight around her waist. Some nosy neighbors peeped through their windows listening. Madam, where is my rent? Mr. Obinna barked. Every month, it is the same story. Other tenants have paid. Why are you always late? Why are you always the last person? Mary forced a smile. Landlord, Oga, calm down now. My husband and I are working hard. You know the economy is bad. Mr. Obinna folded his arms. I give you 2 days. Read my lips. 2 days. If I don't see my money, Mary, if I don't see my money, I will throw your things outside. Mary's smile disappeared. Just 2 days. 2 days. Mr. Obinna turned and walked away. Mary stood there, her hands on her waist. The neighbors whispered as she walked back inside. Can you imagine her? And yet she went for a party wearing that expensive lace that is over 100,000 naira. What kind of woman is this? Let me just mind my business. When Stephen came home, Mary didn't even let him sit down. Stephen, the landlord came today. Well, he said if we don't pay in 2 days, he would throw our things outside. Well, I thank God I already have my things packed. In case he comes, I will just carry my things and I will leave. But for you, I pity you. Me, I don't know where you will go. You don't have a father, you don't have mother, and your siblings, only God know where they are. Stephen dropped his bag and sighed. Mary, I don't have money now. We will look for a way. And besides, remember what I told you? The money you asked for was part of the rent we were saving up for. Please. Are you saying it's my fault? God. Real men do not complain when they give money to their wives. But look at you. You're here complaining because you gave me just small money. God, where did I get here? How did I get here? Hey, God. Mary, please listen. You don't have to be dramatic. After all, you have a petty business and we can pull our funds together to, pay for the rent. Mary clapped her hands. We? Who and who? You mean for my small business? Where do you expect me to get that kind of money? Stephen rubbed his face. He was tired. Mary walked to the kitchen and came back with his food. Well, anyway, eat so that you can have strength to think. She placed a bowl of watery egusi soup in front of him. No meat. Stephen frowned. Mary, what is this? I gave you 3,000 naira this morning. At least that should have been enough for a proper meal. Mary started laughing. Stephen stared at her. Why are you laughing? What is funny? She sat down. My husband, in this economy, 3,000 naira for soup. Where? Which market? You know what? I think you should also come and be cooking so that you know how expensive food items are. Stephen sighed. Okay, why didn't you go to the night market? At least I hear women say the food is cheaper there. Mary eased. God forbid. God forbid. You want me to go and buy food from Ghost so that... Oh, I see. You are already planning on marrying another wife, right? Stephen, aren't you ashamed of yourself? Whenever we go to church on Sunday and the pastor says, please, I want all the men to march forward, you will have the audacity to dance and march forward. And you call yourself a man. I've always told you to sit down, but you will not sit down. You will march forward. Now, look at you telling me, your wife, to buy food items cheaper from a night market. But look at my friend Amaka. She's always going to a big shopping mall to shop for good food items. But here you are. You call yourself a man and you cannot even give me like 20,000 naira or 30,000 naira to even cook one food for you. Good. I am so embarrassed to call you my husband. Stephen dropped his spoon. He had no strength to argue. This house was becoming unbearable. A few days later, Mary walked into Amaka's house and dropped a bag on the chair. Amaka, I am tired. I am really tired of this life of poverty, she said, stretching her legs. Amaka looked up from her phone. Mary, what is it again? Mary eased. Is it not Stephen? That man is not even trying. Amaka, look at your husband. He's into Bitcoin. He's doing cryptocurrency. But my own husband, he's just sitting there, going to teach in a school and grading papers. An old petrochemical engineer. Can you imagine? Amaka sighed. Mary, calm down. Don't compare. At least Stephen is trying to put food on your table. Not everybody can even eat at least 2 square meals. Hey, Amaka, please. Please, which food? Ordinary white rice and watery soup. My sister, don't let me lie to you. Stephen is useless. Amaka shook her head. Mary, don't say that. Remember, life and death are in the power of the tongue. Let me ask you this. Do you even pray for your husband? Have you taken out time to pray for him? Pray for what? I won't waste my prayers on someone that is doing nothing. I mean, someone that is useless. Amaka didn't know what else to say. Mary leaned forward. Amaka, if I had known, I would have dated Kola in university. Look at him now. He owns banks. I thought Stephen had a bright future, but see where I am today. Nothing is working. My life is just falling apart. Amaka touched her arm. Mary, it's just for now. Things will change. Just pray for your husband. I know he's trying. Stephen is a good man. Well, nothing. See, I'm tired. There's nothing temporary about this suffering. Okay, just relax, okay? Everything will be alright. That evening, when Stephen came back from work, Mary was waiting for him. Please, we need to talk, she said. Stephen dropped his bag. Okay, what is it? Mary folded her arms. Stephen, you need to make more money. See, I know you are tired of me saying it, but me, I'm tired of this poverty. Look at Amaka's husband. Look at where they live. He's into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Why can't you ask him for help? Can't you go there and ask him, oh, please, sir, teach me this. Teach me 1 or 2 things. I know that man is a good man, but I know you will not go because your ego is keeping you in poverty. Why can't you do something? I wasn't born into poverty. I don't want to die in poverty now. Stephen, please. Stephen rubbed his head. Mary, life wasn't like this in the past. Exactly. But I'm doing my best. But your best is not enough. Stephen didn't say anything. He was too tired to argue. That weekend, Stephen was walking home when he heard someone call his name. Stephen! He turned and saw Larry, his old friend from secondary school. Larry! Long time no see. They shook hands and hugged. They stood by the roadside catching up. Stephen told Larry everything about the rent, the struggle, and Mary's complaints. Larry nodded. Stephen, your wife is right. How can you make your wife suffer? It's not that beautiful chick that everybody was going after in university that you married, and now you are putting her in that kind of suffering. No woman will like it now. And don't you know there are other ways to make money? Stephen frowned. What ways? Larry looked around and leaned in. I can take you to someone. A man that can help you. He helped me too. He will do some things for you and money will start flowing. Stephen stepped back. God forbid. I know what you're saying. I can't do that. Larry laughed. Stephen, calm down. Nobody is asking you to kill anyone. Just small rituals here and there. Listen, you can hear yourself. Rituals is not what you think. I'm not talking about blood ritual. You know, maybe there's some things you need to know. See, I know what you're thinking. But I promise you, when you see this man, your life will change. That night, Stephen told Mary about his conversation with Larry. Mary dropped her spoon. Stephen, what is wrong with that? Why can't you listen to your friend? I told you to go to Amaka's husband. You said no. Larry is giving you a good idea. Do you think money falls from the sky? Oh, it's that one that we used to go to church and pray, oh God, send me helpers. Oh God, send me helpers. Since we have been praying that prayer, how many helpers have come? Have they given you any bag of money? No. Now your friend is telling you that he wants to take you to somebody. Maybe that's the helper he wants to take you to. That's not, he's talking about rituals. You want me to do rituals? Wait, did Larry say you will kill someone? He just wants to help you. I did listen to him. Stephen couldn't believe what he was hearing. Mary shook her head. You better go and see that man. Me, I'm tired of suffering. Stephen stared at his wife. The pressure was too much. 2 days later, Stephen followed Larry to see the herbalist. The man sat on a mat chewing his stick. Young man, the gods tell me that you want to be rich. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The herbalist smiled. Then bring 2 goats. I will give you a list of other items and 50,000 naira. Larry patted Stephen's back. Don't worry, I will help you with the money. Stephen had no choice. He bought the goats. The herbalist did the rituals. Days later, Stephen got a call for a job interview. He got the job. He was given an official car, a new apartment, and a fat salary. Money started rolling in. Mary jumped up and hugged him. You see? God. See, that's why I'm a good wife. See, ask me where I want to go for my next vacation. Relax. Ask me. I want to go to the Maldives. I want to go to Seychelles, please. God. Can see I'm a good wife. See all this pushing I was pushing. You thought I was insulting you. But look at where we are now. Look at this apartment. Look at official car. Now I can go for any meeting. I can be anywhere and nobody's going to laugh at me anymore. Hey, God. Thank you for opening my husband's eyes. Thank God. Thank God you listened to Larry. If not, we'll still be suffering. Stephen said nothing. Mary smiled. You were just scared for nothing. Nobody asked you to kill anyone. Stephen forced a smile, but deep inside, he didn't feel at peace. 2 months had passed. Stephen had money. His life had changed. One evening, Stephen's phone rang. It was the herbalist. Stephen, you must come, the man said. His voice was strong, like someone giving an order. Stephen went. When he arrived, the herbalist sat on a small wooden stool. The air smelled of burnt herbs. Strange symbols were drawn on the ground. The herbalist looked up and said, The gods need more. The blood of goats is not enough. Stephen had jumped. Sir, please. Sir, please. What do you mean? The herbalist smiled, showing yellow teeth. We need human blood. But don't worry. You don't have to kill anyone with your hands. There are other ways. Stephen's legs felt weak. You mean I should destroy people's lives? The herbalist nodded. Think well. You have 3 days. If you don't do it, you will die. Stephen ran home. He told Mary everything. Mary crossed her arms. Stephen, calm down. Calm down. Why is your blood always hot? Who said you must hold a knife? Let's be smart about this. Smart? How? Mary smiled. We will start an NGO. We will help poor people. We will buy them food items. After all, they are hungry. We will give them out. Stephen still did not understand. How does that even help? Mary's eyes shone. Didn't the herbalist say that anyone who benefits from your money will suffer? You told me one time. Anyone apart from us. So, anyone who uses the food item we give to them or spend our money, their lives will be ruined. Simple as ABC. Stephen sighed. He didn't like the idea, but he was scared of dying. So he agreed. The next day, Stephen and Mary went to an orphanage. The children were happy. They laughed and clapped as Stephen brought in bags of rice, beans, and clothes. God bless you. God bless you, my son, the head of the orphanage said. Stephen smiled, but inside, his heart was heavy. 3 days later, news spread. 2 children from the orphanage had died mysteriously. Stephen's hand shook when he heard it. He rushed to Mary. Mary, it worked. It worked. I told you. See, no blood on our hands. But before Stephen could breathe, his phone rang again. Stephen, this blood is not enough, the herbalist said. You must do more. Stephen's stomach turned. This time, Stephen and Mary chose a school. They found a poor school in a small area. They sent a letter. We are coming with gifts for the children. Be ready. Everyone in the school was excited. They knew Stephen was a kind man. They had seen him on TV telling his story. But that night, Mrs. William, the school owner, had a dream. She saw children crying. Some were coughing. Some could not breathe. The dream felt so real. She woke up sweating. This is a warning. This is a warning. This is a warning. This is a warning. Thank you, Jesus. The next morning, Stephen and Mary arrived at the school. Their car was full of rice, food items, socks, books for the children. The teachers clapped because there were also gift items for them. The children smiled. "Madam, should we start sharing?" one teacher asked Mrs. William. But Mrs. William shook her head. No. When they leave, I will share it. "Thank you, Mr. Stephen and Mrs. Mary. God bless you." Stephen and Mary exchanged looks. "Okay, no problem. Since you've decided that you're going to share it when we leave, there's no problem." After they left, the teacher went back to Mrs. William. "Mrs. William, can we start sharing the food items now and the books?" No. I don't have a good feeling. Take everything and burn it." "Burn it?" "Yes, nobody must take a pin from that thing. I had a bad dream last night. If you touch anything there and anything happens to you, my hands are clean. Take everything and burn it." So they did. And that was how the school escaped what was meant to happen. That night, Stephen was in bed when he felt something cold in his room. He opened his eyes. The herbalist was standing there. His shadow stretched across the room. His voice was deep. "You have failed, Stephen." Stephen jumped up. His throat was dry. But what about the children from the orphanage? It is not enough. You must bring more blood. And this time, you will pay if you don't. Then just like that, it disappeared. Stephen sat on the bed shaking. The money, the car, the house, it was all a trap. Now he was stuck. And the gods were still hungry. Stephen could not sleep. His hands shook. His heart beat fast. The gods wanted more. The herbalist's voice kept ringing in his head. If you fail, you will pay with your life. Stephen could not let that happen. He had worked too hard to get where he was. He had tasted wealth. He could not go back to suffering. He could not lose everything. And more than anything, he wanted Mary to be happy. Early in the morning, Stephen drove straight to the herbalist shrine. "Sir, please, what must I do?" The herbalist's finger stopped moving. He lifted his face slowly. "The next sacrifice must be something you love. Something that is part of you. Something that you can never let go." Stephen's mind raced. What did he love the most? His money, his car, his house? Then like a sharp knife, the answer hit him. Mary! She was the only one who had been with him from the start. She was the only one he truly cared about. Stephen's throat went dry. He swallowed hard. "Sir, it's my wife," he whispered. The herbalist nodded. He turned to the old wooden pot beside him. He threw in some black powder, closed his eyes and hummed. The pot began to shake. The air felt heavy. The room grew darker. Then the herbalist opened his eyes. "The gods have spoken. They want our blood." Stephen felt his whole body go cold. He grabbed the herbalist's feet. "No, please, sir. There must be another way. Do you need a pregnant woman? What do you need? Please." The herbalist shook his head. "It is done." Tears rolled down Stephen's face, but deep inside, he knew he had no choice. At home, Mary was in the kitchen cooking yam porridge. The smell filled the house. She hummed a small tune, not knowing what was coming. Then suddenly, a black hand covered in flames appeared out of nowhere. Before she could scream, it grabbed her. Mary gasped. Her body shook. The fire burned into her skin. Her hands clawed at her neck, but nothing worked. The grip tightened. Her knees hit the ground. Her body twisted in pain. Then, silence. Mary was gone. Stephen rushed home, but the moment he stepped inside, he froze. Mary's body laid on the kitchen floor. Her eyes were open, but they saw nothing. The pot of yam porridge was still boiling. Stephen fell to his knees. He shook her. Mary! Mary, wake up! But there was nothing. Tears poured from his eyes. His body shook with cries. But then, fear kicked in. What if people found out? What if they blamed him? He jumped up. He ran outside, grabbed a container of petrol. His hands were shaking as he poured it all over the house, all over the furniture, all over the walls, all over the floor where Mary lay. Then he struck a match. Whoosh! Flames swallowed the house. Stephen ran to his car He started the engine. He drove fast. He did not look back. As he reached the main road, he saw red and blue lights flashing ahead. Police! His stomach dropped. He slowed down, but it was too late. They surrounded him. "Step out of the car!" An officer shouted. Stephen raised his hands. His mouth was dry. 2 officers grabbed him. They tied his hand behind his back. "Why are you arresting me?" Stephen cried. The officer looked straight in his eyes. "For the death of the children at the orphanage." Stephen's breath caught. "What? We traced it back to you, sir." "Oh, you thought you would never be found out? It was 3 days after you gave those children the food items. They died mysteriously." Stephen shook his head. No, but I didn't." "Shut up. Anything you say will be used against you in the court of law." The officers took him away in their van. Days later, the court sentenced him to death by hanging. If you enjoyed this story, please click the next video showing on your screen, and please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up to show YouTube that you actually love the story. And don't forget to subscribe. It is completely free. Thank you, and I'll see you in this next video right here.